Hello and welcome back to Viralstyle Academy. Again, I'm your host, Luke Stassi, teaching you the basics of how to get started in selling t-shirts online through Viralstyle. So here in this video, I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of Facebook advertising, showing you where to go, what to do, and teaching you some ideas of what are some different parts of Facebook advertising so you can begin to understand it for yourself and begin to implement it so you can get some ads running. So here you can see I've created kind of this dummy Facebook account. There's nothing in it, there's no activity, but I'm going to walk you through here so that you can see from a clean slate the same stuff that you'd be seeing as you're getting started in Facebook advertising, so that you're seeing the same things on my screen that you'd be seeing on your own, rather than other accounts of mine where it'd be with many ads that have been run and thus stuff that's been already customized. So what you're going to do is right up here in this little triangle in the top corner, if you click down this guy, and you're going to see in here create ads. If you click that, what that's going to do is going to bring you into Facebook Ads Manager. And right out the gate, before you've actually created any ads, the first thing Facebook is going to drive you to do is to use their front end system for creating a brand new ad. But the methodology that I am going to teach you is going to be different than this. And this is normally what you would see in how you would use advertising, but there is a better way to do it that is much more powerful. It is definitely got a little bit more of a learning curve to it. But in the end, if you want to be successful at it, you have to go through the process of learning this, because it's going to give you the tools you need in order to become very successful, rather than be limited by using the front end that Facebook puts here that makes it easier to use but doesn't give you as much power. So the first thing you do is just hit close without saving. Okay, now if you've already created ads in Facebook before, it's going to bring you normally just straight into this screen when you click that little button there in the drop down. Okay, so what you're seeing here is just a blank slate where no ads have been created, no campaigns have been run. There's no information in here. Okay, but what we're going to do is I'm going to bring you into the back end of Facebook, which what we call Power Editor. And I'm just going to walk around through it in this video and show you what's available before I actually take the steps of showing you how to create a new campaign in Power Editor. So what you're going to do, Facebook just changed all this. So thankfully we're making this video now because Facebook is constantly doing updates. And so where the location of everything is different today compared to what it was 2 days ago. So this is all fresh and brand new. If you click this right here where it says Ads Manager and you come down to All Tools, in here you're going to see every different link available to you as an advertiser. So in here there's a bunch of helpful tools where we can walk you through, and you're going to want to try to learn all this stuff as much as possible. And I'd encourage you to reach out in other platforms. Even Facebook has got some incredible walkthroughs and how to use the different parts in here. But what we're going to focus on today is through Power Editor, which is this right here. If you click this, I'm going to show you what is available out there so that you can learn and see for yourself what to run. So Power Editor is a plugin in Facebook advertising that allows you to make some more strategic decisions when it comes to creating ads, and it actually gives you a lot more flexibility so that down the road you can do more and spend less time doing it and be more educated and advanced in what you're doing. So here at Viralstyle, we talked about, the best way to teach is to teach you the system that the marketers actually use, rather than teach you a simplified system that is for maybe a casual salesperson. We're going to actually teach you what I've used for years, which is Power Editor. And then there are levels you can even go beyond this and using custom API-based softwares that give you even more data. But Power Editor is an unbelievable tool that is going to empower you to become a very successful marketer on Facebook. So you have to learn it, okay? So I'm just stressing that because it may be intimidating at first. And Facebook and advertising in general may be intimidating at first because there are literally millions of points of data that can be overlaid and overlapped and created together. It's the make or break as part of what is going to be successful. You need to learn the Facebook advertising side of things. So if you remember back to an earlier video where I was teaching about the t-shirt success matrix and how Facebook advertising was one of those circles in the Venn diagram that is essential in order for you to be successful. So we're in this series really going to be looking here at the Facebook side of things. So I would encourage you, commit to going all the way through the learning curve of all of this, because the reality is that you're not going to get this overnight. You're not going to get it in a couple of weeks or honest several months even. You're going to get better and better at this over time. And the more time you spend in here and the more time you give to education, the better and better you're going to get. But there is a pretty solid, I would say, 6-month learning curve to really be able to get good at Facebook advertising. I think you can do it in 6 months if you are very dedicated to educating yourself. I say that because I don't want you to get discouraged at how complicated it can come across as in the beginning and then not quit trying. Like if you're really serious and you want to say, hey, I see before me an opportunity to become financially independent through selling t-shirts and other products online through Viralstyle, then if I want to reach that level of financial independence, I have to go through this learning curve. That is part of the process of getting good at Facebook. So when you're in here in Power Editor, the first thing we're going to do is click Create Campaign. Okay, so what this does is it pops up a little window and there's a ton of information just in this little part right here. So the first thing I want to talk about is the objectives, because there are a whole bunch of different objectives that are available to you in the types of ads that you can run on Facebook. So just to kind of skim through some that we do not use in this industry, obviously desktop app and desktop app installs, these kind of things have nothing to do with selling products like we're selling through Viralstyle, so you ignore those. Event responses, we're not selling events, so you ignore that. Lead generation is kind of a more advanced strategy that we're not going to cover in these videos, but this is not something that would be used to directly sell a physical product online. It would be more used to get emails so that you could follow up and then sell them a product, but we're not going to teach on that right now, so let's skip that. Local awareness, this is for like a local business you're trying to promote, get local foot traffic into like your restaurant or your retail store, so that has nothing to do with what we're doing in selling a physical product online. Then down here is mobile app engagement and installs, so again, we're not doing apps, so we're ignoring everything right here. Offer claims, we're not doing offers or coupons to come into our restaurants, we're not doing that either. Page likes is not something we're going to cover here. That's driving traffic of people to like your page on Facebook to build your brand, to build your following. We're not going to be doing that. Okay, so you see we just cruise through here this huge chunk that we're not even going to cover because they have nothing to do with the type of business here that we're doing. So the ones I am going to talk about, and let me just show you a few more. We're not going to do product catalog sales because we're not creating catalogs of many products. We're also not going to do video views. That's something that is can be used in this industry, but we're not going to cover it in these tutorials. It'll be an advanced strategy. So what we will cover is just basically there are two main types of ads that we're going to look like, and then the third that can be used, but it doesn't work as well. So the main two that we'll look at is page post engagement and website conversion, and then the third one being the one that is very much less effective is click to website. Okay, so if you hover over here, it gives you a little explanation. Page post engagement, create ads that boost your posts and increase likes, comments, shares, video plays, and photo views. So the idea here is we're creating a post for a fan page, and which I'll show you how to create a fan page in another video, but the page post engagement is we're running an ad that Facebook optimizes this ad to try to get people to like the ad or to comment on it or to share that ad on Facebook. So what that means is this type of ad, it's geared towards a picture, a large picture that you're hoping to get social interaction with, and then hoping that potentially this thing could start to go viral because people are commenting, tagging their friends, sharing on their own walls, that you would get this viral traction and that you would draw in traffic because of the engagement. So it can be an extremely powerful tool, and it can be very effective. So it's one of the tools here in our tool belt. We'll call this like the screwdriver in our tool belt of we need this tool in order to build here in our ads online through Facebook. The other major one that we're going to focus on here is website conversion. So if we read this little definition, it says, create ads to promote specific actions for people to take on your website. You'll need to use a pixel to measure your results. So with that, you have to refer back to the other video that we've created here in Viralstyle Academy in regards to how to use the Facebook pixel, how to install it on Viralstyle, how to get the two communicating properly, and that you're collecting all of the right data. So this ad you cannot run unless you have that pixel properly set up and actually installed on Viralstyle. If it's not installed and working, it actually, Facebook won't even let you run this type of ad. So those are the two main. The third one I'm just going to mention on it, but I'm not really going to teach heavy on it because it's not effectively working right now so much as these other two types of ads are. It can work, but this is simply creating ads to encourage people to visit your website. So this one is just driving traffic to a web page. To give a brief breakdown of each of these things, so what Facebook does, it optimizes these ads based on this objective that you see right here. So this, we're picking an objective. So what Facebook has built, these very complex, detailed algorithms that are telling this ad run based on this criteria. So run with the purpose of trying to get likes and comments and shares is the purpose of a page post engagement ad. The website conversion ad is run with the purpose of trying to actually convert a product on your website. The sale actually has to happen on Viralstyle. So the ad, Facebook is optimizing the ad to make that sale happen. And in my opinion, this is the most powerful objective that's available right now. So that's going to be the main one that we'll focus on. But page post engagement is great because you can get that viral traction. And the ideal situation is if you can get some momentum going, that you would be running both types of ads, and we can show you how to do that. Facebook is looking for a why. What's this ad's purpose? Why is it out here? So it's the why is either that interaction or the why is that sale happening. So those are the different types of ads that you can do on Facebook. Then there's also here, if I just were to create, just a dummy page post engagement, there's 3 different levels of ads here within Power Editor. And this may seem a little confusing at first. So let me just explain each part of it to you. So the first is the campaign level. Choose a campaign. So when we're creating something new, you just obviously click this box here, create new. Okay. And then we're going to name this campaign whatever it would be. So we created that German Shepherd t-shirt in the previous tutorials. So we could call this German Shepherd T, something like that, whatever you want, but just so that you know what this ad is for. Okay, then you'd select this objective, which again, we're going to primarily only work with page post engagement or website conversion. For this example, I'll just select page post engagement. And then the buying type, okay, so this is an auction here, which that's the general of what it's going to give you on this very front part is only the option of auction. As we get a little more into the details here, we can adjust things a little bit. So level 1 is campaign, where basically you're just naming the overall campaign and choosing the objective. Those are the only 2 chunks of decision making basically that you're doing here at the campaign level. In order to keep going, we have to check this little box that says choose an ad set, and we're going to make sure that create new is selected, and we would be creating a new ad. So we could call this ad something like, to shorten page post engagement, we could call this, PPE 1, and then we could name it in further detail later based on our targeting, or you could just call this something like 01, whatever you want to do, but you're naming this ad. So what happens at the ad level is that you're going to be choosing your targeting. Okay, so I'll get into that a little bit more at the ad set level, and then at the ad levels where you're actually building and creating the ad itself. So I am going to wrap up this segment of this intro to Facebook ads tutorial here, and then I'm going to pick it up in the next video, going into more detail when we get beyond this screen, what other decisions we can start to make. So pick it up there. I just want to give you guys a break so you can kind of process this a little bit or step away if you need to. And then in the next video, you can come back around and I'll show you what we need to do next as part of this process and what other parts of data are available.